What do you think I am? An amateur? What are we doing today?
Oh, Jesus. You son of a bitch.
Got him. I'm John.
I'm Mel.
I'm E.
And I'm Mike.
And this is Lyrical. I got candy in my teeth. Hang on.
Laxatives. Yeah, back by popular
But
back by popular demand tonight is our wives, Mel and Brady, Elizabeth.
we're going to have to drop our names off this and put their names on it because
because
they're what brings the audience.
that is true. They brought the house down with the chicken nipples, so why not bring them back, give them another opportunity, and see how we do this time.
Hell yeah.
Well said, Mel and E.
Thanks for leaving us
Thanks for
hanging,
filling it in. I'm trying to get this caramel out of my teeth, and you guys are not filling in the gaps.
Yeah, well, we weren't this polished either at episode 2 where they are, so
Yeah, they can learn from us, I guess. So we'll get there.
we can mentor them. It's called vibrating.
Yeah. So
Whoa.
vibrate. He's vibrating in the studio.
Welcome to adult radio.
I would turn the.
Do it.
Okay, hang on.
Welcome to adult radio. Welcome to adult radio.
Never mind. That didn't work.
That didn't do it for
It didn't do it. Okay. So the topic today.
We got a new board, so
Yeah, we got a new board for 4 people. So I've been playing around and it's got a lot of neat features, but I don't know how to activate them in the right time.
Mel's got this blank stare looking at me right now.
That's Vacation Mel.
Oh, Vacation Mel.
Yeah, so we'll get into this. Vacation Mel is her stage name that we'll be covering in this topic. And that's because our topic today is, dream vacations or vacations we would like to
Dream
take.
vacations, yeah.
Don't
Kind
you
of
do the
dream
question of the
vacation.
day before you give
Yes,
the...
Hey,
Oh, jeez.
Just
They
roll
come in
with it.
here and they
I
try to
listen.
tell us how to run our business.
Hey, I listened to the...
You
Podcast.
finally caught up.
Get your shit in order, boys.
All right, so yes, we do have the vacation of the day. I mean,
hear that.
we do have the
Yeah.
question of the day, but we first discuss what topic we're going to be talking about, and that's going to be some vacation thing or something. And we haven't actually got a specific thing, but based on what we're going through right now, I'm not even going to mention it. But we're all talking about vacations and how to get our kids and our
Always
families.
ramble like this.
Over and over again.
What's the question of the day?
Actually, before we answer that one, today's episode for me is influenced by another special edition.
Your mom.
From the Genesee Brewing Company. It is their Ruby Red Kolsch. It tastes like a grapefruit, and it is just very refreshing and reminds me of summer.
We have discussed this drink before, but it's best served cold.
Yes, very cold.
Yes, just like Mike, very cold.
I was drinking some red Kool-Aid with some citrus vodka mixed, and now I am on to White Cat. Oh, by the way, it was the generic red Kool-Aid.
Mixade.
Mixade.
Red Mixade.
I have
Yeah, we're that poor.
Hey.
We can't even afford a 35-cent packet of freaking Kool-Aid brand Kool-Aid.
I have generic lemonade in my cup.
And that's it?
Some citrus vodka.
Oh, okay.
Also.
Mel's about to get lit, just like last time.
No, I will not be that sloppy.
So
ever
Mel had
again in my life.
Mel ended up with a pretty rough time. It was a good time afterwards. She
A little too recreational.
Look, I got to say it was great having them on last time, and I'm looking forward to having them on the discussion this week. And it's about to get fun.
They brought a whole new dynamic to it.
Yes, they did.
They were actually funny.
They yes they brought the comedy. We just added the intelligence. That's hard. No, we didn't even bring that.
Chicken nipples is hard to come back from. I don't know.
No, we can beat that. We can beat those chicken nipples. Beat them.
All right.
Question of the day.
Yes, sir.
You ready? Question of the day is: if you could only speak one word today, what would you say?
Fuck.
God.
For today. Today was a rough day.
Yes.
My word of the day would be fuck.
All right. Well, show's over, folks.
That's it.
Does the word have to mean something?
Look, it's a question. It doesn't have an explanation. It's not the explanation of the day with the question.
Well,
it's the question of the day.
You gave Mel a hard time for her word, so she explained herself. You don't have to explain yourself if you don't want to.
Look,
When did I give her a hard time?
yeah, what do you...
Well, I guess that was the question. Are you giving her a hard time for explaining herself?
No.
Oh. Whoops. Rewind.
No rewinding. That's forever kept to be sent to the thousands of people who listen. What's your mic?
I guess if I'm going to go my word of today for the day, and the beginning part of the day is just bored.
All right, fair enough. E?
I guess I would just go with crazy. Everything else going on is just ridiculous and crazy.
All right, and I would say fear.
Why fear?
Fear of Mel. Because of her word of the day. Anyway, I'll leave it there. We don't have to explain it. It doesn't say we have to explain it, and it's the question of the day. So, anyway, that's the question of the day. They're fighting.
Nope. We're not fighting for
All
once.
right. So we do have a new setup in the studio. We have 4 microphones set up. We've really increased our microphone count by 200%.
What do we should name the studio? What is it? Laxative Central?
MacMan Studio.
Laxative Central.
Oh yeah, the laxative. Yeah, laxative central. I like that.
Mike.
No, you said laxative. You said laxative central.
Yeah,
Oh,
thanks
did you?
for listening.
Oh, I only heard the laxative part.
Yep. I guess
I
here's the
cut out
beginning
after
of
you
my
start
ideas.
talking. Yes. The beginning of your what?
You started the asshole.
All right, let's cut into the discussion. So, dream vacations, or vacations, or whatever they are, whatever you can afford, whatever you can get into. We had a great time tonight throwing together a bunch of presentations on an idea for a vacation for our entire family, both our families, to take next year.
It was a good project because the kids got into it.
The Bowman kids.
Well, yeah, my kids really got into it. They made PowerPoint presentations and had moving graphics and they figured out prices and different packages and they really, really, really got into it and enjoyed it.
You can
Everybody did a really, really nice job.
Yeah, we'll talk about some of the presentations that went on. But you can tell it was impressive by Mike's kids because they taught him how to say PowerPoint presentation, which isn't a step in the right direction as it is. So, see, exactly.
Isn't that even obsolete verbiage? PowerPoint?
No, PowerPoint is still
a program.
It's a fully used program. It's very popular.
Because that was like Google Slides or something we did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was Google Slides, which is a part of the Google suite, but there's still people who use Microsoft products use PowerPoint. It's very popular and it's got a lot of features that.
See? Now I'm by-handed when it comes to know how to do that stuff.
Good. I'm glad you're by-handed.
Do you know how to set it up?
What do you
to
mean?
get into the program itself and set it up? Aiden got you going on it.
How to find Google Slides?
Yeah, and how to get yourself started.
On a
Oh,
Chromebook.
I didn't ask her how to do that. She just gave it to me and it was in the right spot.
Right.
That's what she said. Why are you looking at me?
That's his kid.
I wasn't even. Anyway.
Sick.
No, I'm just. I was going back to the idea that you're by-handed. I mean, weren't you always by-handed?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Just covering that up. So yes, we had to put these presentations together to try and push our ideas of where we want to go, and then we voted on that based on our presentations. And like E said, the presentations were very impressive. Everyone did a fantastic job. Even the kids did an amazing job. And we were trying to promote our choice of location. We could choose anywhere in the world, and that's what we did. And I don't know if anyone wants to go ahead and talk about.
Yeah, I mean, we were all over the place.
We were.
And they were all different in their own ways. I was going to Crane Hill, Alabama, to just some more or less back, small town kind of area, renting a house for a week, drive down right on the water, but doing a lot more of just hanging out at the house. You had Brady do,
Uh-oh.
what?
See if he was actually paying attention.
Yeah.
Yes, was he paying attention?
She picked a place in Corolla,
Yes.
North Carolina.
You just remember that because of the car.
It has wild horses. It was on the beach. And, it was, 11-hour drive from here. But again, it was, you rent the house 1 week. That's it. Mel went to
Peckway, Pennsylvania.
Peckway, Pennsylvania. It was across the street from a river, but we don't know what it was. She had a absolutely magnificent...
Absolute. No, her house was right on the river.
It was it was right on the water.
Oh, right on
That
it.
shit was on the lake.
It was, she did an amazing rap with the help of Ruby. The two of them, wow, that's viral video worthy, I tell you.
No, oh God, no.
Oh, yes.
Yes, for sure.
Yes.
Coming to YouTube in your town soon.
You had Aiden and Miles both going to Punta Cana. Aiden to this Nickelodeon resort, Miles to another all-inclusive. You had John going to South Africa, and that was a 2-week trip,
Yep, Cape Town.
Cape Town. And then you had Colin going to Germany for a week.
Yes.
And those were our choices.
Why are you sitting like that?
You'll find out.
He's counting
How many?
your nose.
Okay.
I got 4 so far, folks. Drink up.
Yeah,
After I said that, I realized.
Yeah, no, it was a great, a great time. And,
I'm going to count every time you say
yeah, no, I do say that a lot. I also say I'm a lot. See?
You never know.
You never know, So I want to talk about each one of those presentations. The kids did a great job with the Punta Cana locations, and they focused on a bunch of all-inclusive resorts that are fantastic and great opportunities. Costs were higher, but purely because it was all-inclusive. The South Africa trip, costs were higher because you got a lot of airfare to pay, but once you get there, you've got a fairly cheap living with the rand to dollar amount, and everything was good once you get down there. The cost of accommodation there was pretty cheap. Germany seemed pretty good with accommodation, not super cheap, but not super bad. And the flights were relatively good. And then, of course, all the local areas, you can drive right to them. So there were a lot of benefits to all the different options we had, and a lot of, no, there weren't actually many cons at all, really.
What I thought was great is that
Other than having to go there with Mike.
every single kid, when they made their presentation, they made emphasis on bars.
Yes. Bars or
adults.
drinks or whatever it was. Yeah, there
Well,
was a lot of
when I
emphasis.
was helping Miles set up, I said you got to sell it to the people who are watching it. So that's why he picked the picture to put on there of that colorful drink. He's
That
like,
was good.
this. They'll like this.
Yes. No, there was a very good Jamaican kind of drink, green, yellow, and red drink, and there were 6 bars. I do remember that.
Yes.
6 bars. Dropping beats. Talking about dropping beats. Let's hit it up with
Vacation
Yeah.
Mel.
Vacation Mel. Drop it. Alexa, play the beats.
You don't really want me to rap on your podcast.
Oh, we do.
So Melanie dropped some beats really well with backpack on and some glasses, and had a backup dancer, which was Ruby, my daughter. And she...
I think it's her daughter, too.
Yeah, well,
She has a-
not at that time, not Vacation Mel. It was backup dancer. So Vacation Mel dropped in and stayed 6 feet away from all of us and told us all about Peckway,
Peckway,
Pennsylvania. It was good.
Listen, if you guys beatbox, I'll rap.
I can't be back.
You get Miles down here to beatbox.
Yeah.
That kid can beatbox.
I can.
Come on.
Hello, everybody on Vacation Mel. I got a little story I want to tell about a place I think you love to stay. It's in a quaint little town called Peckway,
That's almost as good as it was when we were there, but it was better.
Must get up, bitch.
Must get up, bitch.
That was fantastic.
Yeah, so what we did is we, after all these hilarities and these fantastic presentations, we voted and then picked whichever one we thought was one that we would like to take. We weren't allowed to vote for our own, and we all kind of voted and picked a couple, and we're going to give it a week and then decide what we want to kind of maybe choose on.
Well, we narrowed it on down to two, which were your South Africa trip and Brady's North Carolina trip.
Right. Both of them beach locations with white sands and blue skies and horses. Very, very important to some of us.
Wild horses.
One of them would be a lot further to go and a lot more expensive, and the other one would be just local and just as fun.
Here's a question about South Africa.
Yes.
Would we be able to go see animals the way that we were able to do it?
So
Mel says no.
Not a safari. Actually, you could do a safari because we could drive up about 3 or 4 hours away, and there's a specific safari that you can do. And I did it the last time I was there with Ruby. It's a smaller area, but they have all the animals. They have cheetahs and lions and everything, and it's in, I forget, sub-Saharan desert or something, or I forget where it is. But you stay at a little area, and it's a day trip, and they drive you around just like you would at the safari, and you would see animals. They are all caged in a little smaller area, so you do see more animals. But they do have rhinos, but
I don't like caged cats.
Caged cats.
Caged
Okay,
big cats.
Carol Baskin.
Sorry, I had to throw that one in there.
So yeah, no, it would be, you could do that if you wanted to, or, which is what happened with myself and Ruby again, is we drove down to the southern point of Cape Town. And no, that was with you and
I was there for that.
Yeah. We drove down there and we saw an ostrich. We saw a couple of buck headbutting each other, fighting each other, while the ostrich was watching. It was kind of weird.
Is that a reserve down there?
Yeah, it is. It's a
Wildlife reserve?
yeah, kind of like a wildlife reserve. You can't put houses on it, so
And no hunting or anything.
no hunting, nothing. It's just the point. The Cape Point is all preserved. So yeah, it's a wildlife reserve, but it's got animals on it, and you can drive around and see them. It's just they got baboons all over the place. Baboons. They steal your backpacks. You can't. My dad was sitting there, and he had a backpack right next to him, and the baboons would come and sneak up, and they have scouts that come and test you. And if they can grab your stuff, they grab it and run away. You can't stop them because they'll eat you.
So you got to be packing it when these baboons
Oh yeah, you got
are
to packing. You got to be packing.
carry a little machete.
Yeah, you do carry a little machete, a little dinghy.
Shut up. All right, let's get into this topic.
We did.
No,
We're gonna drop beats again.
no.
Oh.
That was, we were just talking
We're talking about our presentations and where we would like to go, but our dream vacation.
Yes.
All right.
Ladies first.
I think my dream vacation might be somewhere that's all inclusive, but
Beachville, PA.
not
Backway.
Peckway.
Beatsville.
not including children. I feel bad saying that. I love my kids.
Can I get a
but
woo woo?
I'm home with them 24/7. So we're talking dream vacation. We're talking no kids. We're talking all inclusive. We're talking
Just
drinking, eating, having a grand old time, not worrying about taking care of anyone
Yes.
but me.
All you need to do is go with Vacation Mel. We don't need other Mel. We don't need Mom Mel. We just need Vacation Mel. And then you don't need to bring the kids. You can bring up your backup dancer.
Your backup dancer.
Ruby. Yeah, no, I really like that idea.
I do like that
It
idea.
sounds awesome. I think we do need to do that someday. Maybe a short weekend.
Yeah.
That would be something we could discuss.
I think you meant long weekend.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Like a month. Yes.
Yeah, after all this crazy shit is gone. And
Yeah, the grandparents are missing the grandkids. They can take them for
are.
a while.
We can drop some money for that. We don't need to care about the kids for that one. That's about us.
There's a meme on Facebook that says after all this stuff, the grandparents have missed their grandkids, so they're going to be taking them for a month. And my in-laws, Mike and Kay, had said, "Oh yeah, we're in." Tim asking my dad, "We'll take the first 2 weeks if you take the second 2 weeks." I'm like, "Yep, we're in."
Party time.
hell yeah.
We're going to need a break.
Yeah, no kidding. This is,
This last day has been trying, that's for sure. There are days when we enjoy the kids and they go and ride their bikes and stuff, but today was rough. Yeah, so, yeah.
That's why the word of the day was fuck.
It has great meaning.
our kids were arguing for a little bit. about Xbox.
Yeah, who wanted to play what and whose
wanna
turn
play
it
what?
was.
Yeah, so they ended up both sort of losing it. But anywho, so, okay, Mel,
Yes.
this is a childless, all-inclusive trip where?
Hedonism.
That's a good question. I guess location doesn't really matter all that much to me. I would like to be on a beach
Second that.
near the ocean. I think for the most part, you're all
Nude
inclusive. Obviously, a nude beach. I don't want to pack clothes or bathing suits.
Cuts down on baggage fees.
Right.
This is a dream vacation that you would want to have now. I mean, this is your ultimate dream vacation.
Tomorrow.
That's your choice. Would be your ultimate dream vacation right now. Would be to be without your kids. That's
Well, you can't put it like that.
Jeez.
Jesus.
hey, it is what it is. I'm just saying, this is your ultimate dream vacation. It's not your possible vacation next week.
Okay, I'm gonna say yes right now. Yeah, that's what I'm dreaming.
Fair
of.
enough. I mean, it's fine.
It's
that's,
honest.
That's how you feel. Yeah.
I love my babies like nothing else.
I can back that up. You do.
We've been locked in together for 3 weeks now. I'm ready to go.
3 long weeks.
Yes, very long.
Not used to long things.
So, you can go next.
E's
dear.
turn. You said ladies first.
I would also have to say that I would love to try an all-inclusive. You see all these people going and loving every bit of it, not having to worry about the extra cash or the extra money. You know exactly what you're paying up front. So I know I'm going to sound like a cheese ball, but I am going to follow Mel. I would say, though, give it a couple years. Granted, we'd have to save that kind of money. But I would say could take the kids, but because you're in an all-inclusive resort, I figured they'd probably be safe to stay together and kind of go off and do their own thing and check in with us every so often, that I don't think it would be consistently watching them. I know it's a little different for you guys because Finn is so much younger, but given a couple years, the kids could go off by themselves for a little while, couple hours, while we just get toasted at the pool, the swim-up pool bar, which I dream of. But I would have to say, I think somewhere all-inclusive.
That's a good choice. Where, anywhere in particular?
Nope, as long as it's hot.
I'll be next to you.
As long as,
As long as
that's
it's hot.
why I said it's hot. I'm a hot beach water kind of girl. I know that's total opposite of
Do you say
what
beach?
Mike beach.
Okay.
Yeah, I love to be on the water, in the sand, everything. I could live like that. Total opposite of my husband, but
No, I like the water, and
As long as you don't get wet.
no, I like the water. I can't stand sand. It drives me up a fucking wall. It's everywhere. It's like glitter. It's glitter of the natural world.
but it just feels so nice between your toes.
No, it
and
doesn't.
Soft sand.
No, you're wrong.
Hey, save it for your turn.
Yeah.
You finish up, dear.
Apparently, I'm done.
That's right. I told you.
Oh, they're fighting.
So, I had a hard time
Okay.
because
You gonna go any further than that?
we're saying dream vacations. Mm-hmm. And mine are going to be a little off the wall, and it would be just Brady and I. Because
Rude.
I don't think the kid. Well, no, you guys. I'm saying no kids.
Now, you said Brady and I. That's pretty clear what you meant.
No,
What am I, your friend or your neighbor?
you're my neighbor,
asshole.
estranged a neighbor, and so my first one. What was that?
I don't know. Mel's being weird.
I'm moving back so you can't.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, convenient. I mean, considerate. Not convenient.
So I'd really like to go to Antarctica. I just think it is one of those places that so few people have been, and I just think even though it's just a vast nothingness,
Difference.
yes,
From the norm.
it's just a lack of everything there, but it just looks like it'd be so peaceful at the same time.
It's very funny that you should say that, because I was just thinking it would be kind of cool to go to like a frozen wasteland where it's very different to what you normally would go to. It's just it's kind of funny.
Yeah, and so I mean I tossed around between that one and Greenland.
Yes.
Again, not many people have gone to Greenland. I think it'd be cool to go someplace that is very different and off the beaten path.
I like it. I like it a lot. As I said, I was thinking the same thing. A trip to the Antarctic would be quite an experience. something very few people have experienced, and it would be fun. It would be cold, but it'd be kind of cool. It would be cold. Be cold.
It'll be
And
very,
cool.
very cold. But you go equipped.
Yes, yes.
What kind of stuff would you do there? Have you ever
Hang out with polar
I mean,
bears?
have you ever looked at those vacations?
Have you seen penguins down there?
Aren't they?
They are ready to party.
Isn't it more of like a kind of like a cruise type thing?
Yeah, it goes off there's some that go off the tip of South America, and they'll go and
I was gonna say that.
and they'll cruise down that way. And I believe there's some that go out of New Zealand, and they go down, and maybe Australia too, for that man. I don't know.
Yeah, no, but so
South
a
Africa
cruise,
might.
they might. But I don't know if I'd want to do a cruise thing, because then you would be very controlled. I would want to do a
No, I want to fly down on a plane and hang out for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Freeze, but see what all the scientists are doing, and
hang out with those penguins.
listen.
Check out their nipples.
Listen. No,
Penguin nipples.
They'd be
Penguins don't
so
have nipples.
pointy because they're so cold.
Yeah. They could cut glass.
They'd be sticking out through their feathers.
They're the ones that invented ice sculpting
with their
That's
nipples.
with their
With their
nipples.
penguin nipples.
Well, we know that they don't have nipples, because when they go sliding on the snow,
nipples
they
would
don't
rip
stop.
off.
They just slide. So they obviously don't have.
Well, they're cutting through the ice. They just slide. It's like they're ice skates.
Making nipple
They're
tracks.
sharp.
That's how they
sharp
turn.
blades.
They use their pectorals to control which way they want to turn by poking their nipples further into the snow.
Fun fact. The sport of skeleton was thought of after watching penguins slide on their stomach.
Cool.
What is the sport of skeleton?
I was hoping you wouldn't ask that.
You know the luge where they lay down on their back and go?
Yeah.
Skeleton is they lay down on their front and go down that same track. And that's not a fact that I know. I just made it up, but it made a lot of sense, and I got all of you thinking that was the truth.
No, I didn't really care what you're saying.
But as you can see, I choose hot water sand. Mike
I chose
chooses
water.
frozen
No,
tundra.
look, he might have chosen that. I know for a fact he wouldn't go. That is too cold for his little butt,
Antarctica?
his big butt.
No, I'd go there. Hell yeah, I'd go.
I don't see you going there.
Absolutely.
You complain about going everywhere else. I don't think you would want to go there.
What are you talking about, complaining about going everywhere else?
I don't know.
Back me up.
Uh-oh, they really are fighting.
You know.
I know you. I think you would go for sure.
Yeah.
But it would be damn cold,
You're right. It would.
and you can't stand being cold. Just the other day, we were sitting outside watching the kids, and you had a pink blanket across your lap, and you
I had
quickly
the brown side up.
Yes.
and you quickly
the
got
pink
up
frills.
and said, "I'm out. It's freezing out here."
Yes, and it's
But
a
I
little colder
wasn't
down there.
I wasn't dressed appropriately. I'm going to be dressed appropriately there. It's
Yeah,
not
but
like I'm not
I'm
going
not
to.
saying that you wouldn't. You would go.
I'm not going to show up in Birkenstock shorts and a tank top to military research.
Damn
base.
straight. You're not going to show anybody else your guns.
That's right. Even though I can't do a push-up. I'll show up to that research base to do whatever I can. I'll pose for their calendar to help them raise money from UNICEF.
You want to help them raise money.
Yes, yes. But no, think about it. It'd be wild to go
I'm
to
not
just
complaining. I'm saying, yeah, absolutely. That's definitely one of the places I would like to go. Absolutely. If I ever had the opportunity, I would definitely go down there. Just jump on a plane and
I would too, just like that.
just like that. Bring my shorts.
Yep. You don't wear pants anyway.
No shoes.
So I guess it's my turn. Finally.
Finally.
We're all ears.
I bet everybody's waiting
All
in
you ever do is
anticipation.
talk.
Yes. Well, somebody has to. This is a podcast. I was thinking about picking that, but now that Mike's picked that, I'm kind of torn between an island where I can get my mans to bring me my wine coolers, or the Antarctic. But you know what I would really like to go to?
What would you really
What?
like to go to?
Tell us.
Thanks for asking. The northern part, either the northern part of Canada, where they've got those weird landscape.
Yeah, it's all the little different
Oh,
islands
it's
and
so
stuff.
weird up there. It's so weird. Or the northern part of Russia. where you never hear anybody talking about the northern part of Russia. Just going up to the coastal region of that and just seeing what it's like there. I think that would be not necessarily the place I would like to go for a vacation, but to see and to experience an area that not many people have experienced, just like Antarctica. I think it would be really cool to see that. There's some cool areas in northern Canada. There's one particular area where there's like this weird circle of water, and there's an island right in the middle of it. It looks like a meteor hit it or something. And
A lot of those places are the ice roads in the winter, too.
Okay, thanks.
So you could literally drive all the way through that.
That's what I would like to do. I'd like to see that stuff.
Can I back you up for a minute? So the question or the topic of the night is your dream vacation.
Right.
But you just said,
I know what I said.
I want to go, not necessarily to vacation. So
Yes.
where the hell do you want to go to
Okay,
vacation?
Dream vacation. If I were to go to a place where I wanted to completely relax, now Disney would be one place that I would go to kind of get away from it. Because when we went to Disney, just chill.
Go to Disney to
Don't-
relax.
yeah.
My ass.
No, it is. Because you go to Disney, and I've already explained this on our previous podcast.
Yeah, and you were wrong then, too.
The feeling I get when I'm there, and that's just me, is I don't have a care in the world because everything's taken care of, and I can sit there and I can listen to music, or the music it encompasses you into that atmosphere, and it's awesome. That's just me.
It's a small world
Yeah.
that...
I'll ride that ride a couple of times. It's great. I'll go by myself,
That
Mike.
was your singing debut.
It's almost as good as
You heard
Vacation
it
Mel.
here first, folks.
It's part-time E. So the feeling I get from Disney would be awesome, but I think ultimately I would want to go to an all-inclusive or an island in that kind of setting where the white beaches, where I can sit and get my mans to bring me wine coolers. I really want those wine coolers from my mans. A small island all to myself where I can just relax and not care about anything for a good week. That would be my dream vacation.
He looked at you funny when you said just the two of us, but he's not even
I
taking
didn't say I
Mel.
wasn't
I
bringing.
know.
I didn't say I wasn't bringing anything. I
You
still
said
have my
all
mans
by
Two
yourself.
of us.
all by myself on the beach. Mel can be there.
Your man and your man.
She can be back at the place doing whatever she wants to do. She can. She
You know
can have her own
what I
time.
wonder though, if we actually did something like that, do you think we would get super bored after
Probably.
like a day or two without the kid and with it's literally just like eating, drinking, and laying on the beach.
Yeah, but you can go on excursions. They always have stuff around these towns where you can go.
Snorkeling.
Yeah, well, that you would generally do right at the resort. But I'm saying you can go off, and like in Jamaica, they have Dunn's River. I can't
What's
talk.
that word? Dunsford's?
Dunn's River Falls that you can go to, and you'll walk up this waterfall. Yeah, waterfall.
Restart.
Yeah. And you can go on different day trips into the different villages and barter with the locals and eat authentic food and everything. So you're not stuck on the resort all day, all night with nothing to do. And at night they always have different music. There's different activities going on and everything. So there was a lot of stuff to keep you occupied.
Built-in entertainment. That's good to know. I've also heard though that you shouldn't go off the resort in Jamaica specifically.
Well,
A couple areas.
yeah, and what it is they say like don't hail a cab. And
Helicab?
Yeah.
I want a helicab.
don't get a cab and go in. Go with the
Resort?
Yeah, with the resort. They'll take you out on
But
it.
the same can be said for New York Airport. You don't jump into a car where a guy's saying, "Hey, come on, I'll give you a ride."
But I feel like that's just like a lot of the resorts. My best friend Shell said they went to the Dominican, and she said outside the walls of the resort, she's like, it is trash. She's like, it looks like two totally different worlds. But a lot of the places like the resorts kind of pair up with other resorts, so you can jump to them and all that. But outside of the resort walls, is total trash.
Well, because, I mean, that property it's so valuable, and those mega companies, they have so much money, they can outbid the locals left and right to buy all that land. And what do they care? They bought their money and or their land. Now they're going to charge $7,000 a week for a couple to come down on the cheap side. They're going to make their money back.
Yes, they are. Wild. Yeah, no, so I think we covered all our different dream vacations. Anything else anybody would like to add to that? Dream vacations? I mean, we all said we don't want our kids there, so... actually, no, we did. You guys didn't.
We say that now.
No,
Just 'cause we had a decent day.
I don't think. I think it all depends. Like you said, if your kids are older and they can go off on their own and do their own thing where they're not so needy and clingy, I think that's what kind of makes it a little tougher. And I can guarantee that if we went without our kids anywhere, the first thing we would be doing is saying, man, I wish our kids could see this.
Yep.
I wish our kids could be here. I can guarantee that. I don't care how bad you say it's not going to happen, Mel.
Or, I mean, just think about when you go out to dinner, just the two of you, or go
Yeah,
somewhere.
that's all you talk about
You
is-
talk about your kids. It's natural, you know?
Right.
But it is also important to get out and do things without
On your
them
own,
sometimes.
yes. Yeah, and it's your dream vacation, so you should be allowed to dream.
Yeah.
Dream.
I remember when I was a kid, my parents
Dream,
went on
dream,
I think I was in second grade, maybe third. They went on a cruise without me. Man, I was pissed.
Yes, hasn't forgotten it yet.
Nope.
Jeez, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Still mad.
Them and my
Should tell him now.
my Uncle Bill and his ex-wife, and there might have been another couple with him.
Honestly, I think dream vacation would be any vacation, to be completely and totally honest.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Going
Especially
and,
right now.
Yes.
It's,
going and just getting away from the everyday necessities of life, being on vacation. That's why I love when we have gone to Maine every summer.
Been to Maine?
These last 2 summers that haven't gone, like, it sucks. It's just a week away to just relax and do anything you want. But
And I believe that is a good thing about an all-inclusive. And I can say about South Africa, when we were there were no mosquitoes. And I remember on all-inclusives, I've only been to one, but I don't remember mosquitoes. I think
they remember you.
I think they spray for that sort of stuff.
I bet they're hanging around going, man, I
apparently
remember that
we spray
guy.
too, and we still have them.
I gotta cancel that company because I think they're fraudulent.
No, I don't think they're fraudulent. I think they're all right. They
They
didn't
don't
say anything about mosquitoes.
They don't ever do anything in the yard or anything.
Yeah, but I don't think they said they would.
I'm gonna cancel and get a different company.
Well, you got one more month of
No, I
pay
know.
to go through, and then they're done.
But no, it auto renews. You got to read that. It auto renews.
does?
Yes.
I better
All right,
cancel.
anyways, back to vacation.
Yes.
Hey, I just saved them money to go on a vacation because he was just going to let that crap company auto renew.
All right.
I don't know. I kind of like the fact that all the dead mice are all found.
Outside.
Yeah, outside.
Well,
So I think overall, we need to just start packing away the money,
That's easy.
start
Been
saving.
there, done that.
Yeah, right. Start saving it and hit up a vacation.
hit it up.
Hit it up.
Make it happen.
Right. My dad always says, you got to enjoy it while you can.
I fully
That's what
agree.
I say too when you tell me I got to save my money.
Well, my dad's older and wiser.
I'm saying the same thing.
Sounds
You don't
better
have
from
anybody.
him.
You don't have anybody anyways. So
That's right, because we got to enjoy it while we have it.
I enjoy any money I get.
We're not going to live forever.
I know, but that's the problem. I'm the frugal one, where I think you got to save. So that's why I'm saying we can't jump in and go to Maine this summer, which I would love to do, but we have to set it aside. That's why
We could go to
my vacation presentation was set in 2021. Gives us plenty of time to save.
Which mine was too.
we could go to Alabama when you take our stimulus checks, put them together. Those
Packway, PA.
Packway, PA as well.
We could, in
Could
theory.
actually do that this summer.
That would
Yeah.
be irresponsible of me.
Yes, it would.
Yeah.
Just coming off your back surgery, now all of us basically being laid off.
You're working.
That's why I said all of us basically. I kind of hesitated there. John and I are still working. Are you still? Are you getting paid for this time?
I am getting paid for now.
Nice. So I guess everyone except Mike. Sorry.
You don't have a say,
Yeah,
Mike.
whatever.
Sorry.
I'm getting my disability,
You're
my
just-
unemployment.
Hey, that's why my word was crazy. This is a crazy time.
is.
Everybody is in the same boat. Some people are way worse off than we are, and it's what it is.
It is. How was your? You want to tell us about your unemployment endeavor?
Oh, to get through to them? Well, I called last Friday.
Let me just add that there were 10 million people applying for, or it was like 6 to 10 million people
Yeah.
applying for unemployment.
An ungodly number.
Mike's one of those.
Yes. So I called last Friday and I filled out the first questionnaire part over the phone. And they said, because of high call volumes, they're having you call on certain days based upon your last name. So my day to call was on Mondays. But then Thursday, Friday, Saturday are all 3 days are just open for anybody to call. And so I'm calling on a Friday, and it says, call back on your assigned day. Goodbye, and hangs up on you. I said, you son of a bitch. So tried to go online. It was just crashing online. So I just waited till Monday and started calling Monday. I called over 800 times Monday. Brady was trying to get me on through doing it online for, I don't even remember how long she was doing it, where it just kept crashing. Fine. Huh?
About a minute.
What's that?
Nothing.
And at one point I got through. They put me on hold, and it was one of those, holy shit, I'm on hold. And I got up, I ran to the bathroom.
Winning the lottery.
Yeah, I ran. I took a leak quick. I came back because it said I was going to be on hold like 45 minutes. And I come back and I'm sitting there and I'm waiting. About another 5 minutes goes on, and then it just hangs up on me. And then I couldn't get back through the whole rest of the day. So I woke up so I could be calling on Thursday right at 8 o'clock. Called, got in after about 5 minutes, was on hold about 45 minutes, but was able to talk to the people.
So the moral of the story is don't ask Mike about the unemployment call.
I feel like I'm an expert now.
No, that's crazy.
That's everybody, though.
That's
Everybody
10
say.
million people trying to
Yeah.
get through. And I mean, you can't be mad at anybody for it because it's such a shitty time.
No,
And
you would have been impressed here because I was nice as could be to Jade.
you weren't plastic bag mad,
No, and she was pleasant.
Jade.
Yeah, but leading up to that, how many times did I have to tell you, explain to you, you're not the only one going through this, keep your cool, and you still, what the oh, fuck? And then you would take a breath and you would try
that sounds
again.
just like Mike.
You're exaggerating.
I so am not.
You so are. I wasn't mad. I was frustrated, but I wasn't actually mad at anybody.
No, that's why I said. Then you would take a breath and you'd hit the call again.
No, are you kidding me? I would have hugged and kissed whoever answered that phone. What are you doing?
I was just setting it up so that we could put FX on your voice.
Okay.
When you were doing your deep, angry voice, I was going to throw a deep, angry effect on you. But Effect.
But I caught you.
You did. You caught me.
Well, why don't our listeners tell us where their favorite your dream vacation?
I'd
would
love to
be?
hear it.
Do the Twitter at Lyrical Laxative. If you want to email us, it's lyricallaxatives@gmail.com. Like our Facebook page, message us through there.
Yep.
Listen to us on Spotify, Podbean, iTunes.
Pod, boop.
Yeah, just where you listen
Hit
to
it.
podcasts.
Hit it.
Ladies.
No, Vacation Mel. What's happening?
I was
Mike.
just looking at your board. I didn't know that Aiden was your manager.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's what
That
she
is
said.
cool.
Hey, anyone who emails us becomes our manager.
So with that being said, Ashley Jokimiak, you wanted your shout out. Here it is.
Ashley!
Get an email
Ashley!
or a comment sent to these fellas and let us know what your dream vacation is.
Yes, dream vacation. Could be with us or with all of us.
But it's with us.
Most importantly, with me.
Yeah, more us.
And if it's
Meaning-
just you and her, it better be the kids too. So all right. Well, this is Mike.
I'm John.
I'm Mel.
I'm E.
We'll see you when the laxatives kick in.
We will. Thanks, everyone, for listening.
Thank you, ladies.
Thanks, ladies.
Thanks for having us.
Always a pleasure.
Maybe we'll invite you back.
Probably not.
Man.